questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told EEF don't switch, good times are coming underneath and deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Did I get that right? I did get that right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game Week 8. It's the Premier League review show yet again. We are live, and for the very first time, I'm going to say this. The phone lines are open straight away. I'm opening up the phone lines. The link to join me on this episode is in the chat right now. So click the link, join me, and let's talk about this game week, because it's been a pretty big game week for results and also for news as well. Straight away, just got a comment here from Alexander. Welcome, Alexander. Always happy to see you in the comments, mate. Looking forward to a more civil show today. I felt like Jerry Springer egging on at Nicky and Henry last time. It's all banner, but I'm happy to have you here on the show today. Before we get into the results and talk about what happened inside the game, I've got a bit of a surprise for you. I'm going to debut a brand new segment here for the Premier League review show. It's called Eagle-Eyed News. So imaginative. Wonderful imagination here, shown by your host. Big up chairman also as well. So what is the big news going on this week? Well, there's a couple of stories. So let's get into our top headline. Our main headline today is that after Turkey pulled out of their bid to host Euro 2028, it has now been left to the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland in a shared bid as the only sole bidders to host the next European competition. And it has been fully announced that the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland will host Euro 2028. This includes 6 venues in England and 1 venue each, respectively, in the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland. All of these, so of England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland, only 2 will get that automatic qualification spot that's usually awarded to hosts of international competitions. We see it with the World Cup, say with like Qatar, they qualified automatically as they're hosting. Only 2 host nations will get that honor. The rest must qualify through competition. The FA chief executive has said he would like England to not get that automatic qualification spot. He wants England to qualify through game time, thus avoiding 2 years of unnecessary friendlies. He wants to keep the competition high for England and obviously have them more game ready. It has to be said, out of the remaining 4 hosts, that being Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland, 2 of those would obviously therefore get the automatic spot. My thinking is that if you go, let's just say if we're going to go with the weakest, it's going to be Northern Ireland and Scotland, perhaps even Republic of Ireland. It depends. Big up Hamza as well, as my co-host is just getting himself ready. He's just there getting his headset all set up. He will be on in momentarily. Big up Hamza, thank you very much for joining us. The venue list. Hello JC, how are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. You?
I'm very good, thank you very much. So the venue list for Euro 2028 is shaping up to look like this. In terms of England, there will be 6 venues, and with the other remaining countries, 1 each. So with England, it will be Wembley Stadium, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So just those 2 from London. Manchester's sole host will be the Etihad Stadium. Bramley Dock Stadium will be hosting some of the Euro games in Liverpool. Newcastle United St James's Park will also be included, as well as Aston Villa's Villa Park. So there's some notable stadiums that have just been left out there. Case in point being the Emirates, London Stadium, even though we all know the London Stadium is a bit of a dive, Anfield, Old Trafford. You could even make an argument for Sunderland Stadium of Light. There's a notable few stadiums left out here. Wales' sole host will be the Principality Stadium, formerly known, maybe known to most fans as the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. Scotland's Hampden Park will host Scottish games. Dublin's Aviva Stadium has been included, and most interestingly, this is where it comes into a bit of an interesting part. Casement Park in Belfast, which at the moment is classified as dilapidated. It's been scheduled for refurbishment, a complete rebuild, but that was due to start 3 years ago. And the GAA, that being the Gaelic Football Association, have spoken that they are looking to help in the refurb of that. But you've got 5 years, reasonable enough time to turn it into a 34,000 seater as they predict. But interesting. But yes, Euros hosted by UK and Ireland. JC, what's your thoughts on the stadium list? Any stadiums that you might take out or include?
Honestly, I think that a place like Villa Park should be there.
Mm-hmm.
I think St James's Park's good. Etihad's good. Is Old Trafford there?
It's not. It's so.
What about down
Bridge,
south? Is the Emirates there?
Nope. It's only Wembley and Tottenham will play host to London games.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I think they are the two best stadiums down south.
Yeah, they're the two biggest. I've correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest and probably the best ones as well. I like Tottenham Stadium. Arsenal's okay, but not the best. And West Ham's just an Olympic stadium. I've got no complaints. I don't really care where the football's played as long as it's a good tournament, really.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as the stadiums aren't too far apart, then who really cares?
Big up Bree in the chat.
It's not like Russia where they had to travel 20 hours just between games because you could tell the fatigue. But whereas traveling up and down the country, you can fly pretty much anywhere in less than 2 hours. So I think this is fine for me.
This is why I like the Euros more so than the World Cup, especially with the idea of the World Cup in the 2030s going completely worldwide, being hosted on almost every continent.
If that bid for Canada, America, and Mexico, I believe it is, comes through, that is going to be so stupid. I believe that is it. But then I also heard another one, and apparently all the Caribbean islands are going to try and have a bid. I think that would be sick, though.
That would be awesome.
But because the islands aren't that far away from each other, I think that would be amazing.
I like the idea of a North American World Cup, especially in that area. Got some comments here. As of course, big up, goated panel. Rich in the chat, big up. Big up William in the chat as well. Yes, please don't forget to smash a like.
Maybe we should choke slam the like.
That's gonna be a running theme. Rich says add Selhurst Park. We need our main stand built if we're ever gonna get UEFA confirmation. Ree says Tennyson Park.
Yeah, I balled out there sometimes. I can't lie, so I'm down. Nicky
is literally the Undertaker. Choke slam settings. Oh my god!
I never knew the Undertaker to have blue hair. I can't lie.
Magiccutioner says, "Don't forget to smash the like, folks." And Mukhtar says, "Iran, India, and Pakistan would be good." That's interesting. Interesting. Politically, it's a bit troubling, but hey ho. Right, what else is in the news? What else is in the news? Birmingham City also in the news today because they are in advanced talks to sign Wayne Rooney as their new head coach. It is expected to be announced within the next 2 weeks that Wayne Rooney will return to England. Obviously, he left his position at DC United over in the MLS to immediately take this job. It was literally like a few hours in between Birmingham announcing that they had sacked their manager and Wayne Rooney announced that he had left DC United. So it looks like Rooney is on his way back to the Championship. Formerly, he managed Derby, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nearly kept them safe, but they got relegated.
Executioner says might need to do a light World Cup meetup in 2026. Maybe.
To be fair, for me personally, I couldn't care less about international football, so
yeah,
I doubt I'd pay that kind of money to go out there.
This guy's already staring. He's only in the comments and he's staring. I didn't air his comment at all. I just got to it. Damn. Right, what else is also in the news? Ollie Watkins has signed a brand new deal with Aston Villa, keeping him at Villa Park until June 2028, as well as this took me by surprise. It didn't really, but Jared Bowen has signed a 7-year deal with West Ham United, keeping him at the club until 2030. Obviously, he signed on a free from Hull City. And he's somewhat made a life there, quite notably in outside of football, started a family with West Ham. So yeah, he's become a cult figure for them. Obviously, he scored the winning goal that won them the UEFA Europa Conference League. Right, a few more stories. Eden Hazard has retired at 32. Former Chelsea player, also kind of went down his career went down the drain, it has to be said, when he moved from Chelsea to Real Madrid. But he leaves behind a notable career, a 4-time Chelsea Player of the Year. Also included, he has titles including 2 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup, and 2 Europa League titles. It's a shame. It's a shame, but as I said, his career kind of went down the drain, didn't it? At Real, it didn't really.
Here's the question: Hazard or Salah?
Wow. I'm taking Salah.
Really?
I'm taking Salah. Yeah.
I'm taking Hazard.
Fair enough. I know William asked in our football chat. He said Hazard or Ozil.
Oh, Hazard.
I went Hazard on that one.
Yeah, if it's Hazard or Salah, I'm definitely going Hazard.
Is he getting us mixed up?
I don't know. I think he's just trolling today.
He's on a trolling mood today. William says, bit of an odd one that Old Trafford wasn't picked for the Euro venues. I think if you look at Old Trafford and the state it's in, it is falling apart. It is in desperate need of refurbishment, desperate need of works. You could say the same for Wembley, in fact, but Wembley is the national stadium. Old Trafford, though, needs work done. Rich says Hazard as well, and Alexander says Eden Hazard was more fun to me. Yeah, I completely agree. Finally, which we will also circle back around to this later on in the show, Norwich City have launched a very powerful, very moving video ahead for World Mental Health Day. If you haven't seen it, check out your socials, guys. We've retweeted it. It's very, very powerful, and the message is definitely clear. Speak to people, let them know in case you're having issues. Everyone is there for everyone. So go ahead and watch that because it is incredibly moving. And yeah, we'll circle back around to that one later on when we do our segments after. Just to finish off, William says, I'd throw Ozil in that mix, to be honest.
I think if you talk about Ozil's career, including him at Real Madrid, then
Yeah.
probably. But if for me, I'm only going off of how they were in Premier League, and Ozil never really done it in the Premier League. He had purple patches, but
Nothing,
not much else.
Nothing too incredible. Right. Let's get into the games this week. Now there were a fair few. So let's start at Luton Town, where Mickey van der Ven wins it for 10-man Spurs. Yves Bissouma sent off for a hilarious dive just outside the box just before half time, reducing Ange Postecoglou's side to 10 men. Luton were pressing them a little bit. Spurs had their moments as well, it has to be said, and they controlled the game, but Luton, it has to be said, put this team under pressure. And for a long time, for a majority of the game, it looked like Luton were going to fight back and find their way into the game. But Mickey van der Ven's goal is the only difference maker. 3 points to Spurs. And Luton Town, again, had they really, apart from Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, they haven't really been like just rolled over like everyone predicted them to, have they? It's always been like 1 goal, 2 goal margins.
I think with Luton, how they are a team that's just come into the Premier League for the first time, they've got a lot to prove. Everyone's, I guess, written them off before a ball's even kicked. I think that they've got a lot to prove, and I think that every game they're giving absolutely everything to it. And with some of the players they've got, you can tell they don't have a Premier League qualities team, and the squad isn't, I guess, technically good enough. But I think the fact that they are working as much as they are, and like the intensity and the work rate behind all the players is at the level it is, that they are giving a good account for himself. They're playing well. Unlucky, if I'm honest, they're unlucky not to win that game against Spurs, because they had more chances than Spurs.
They did, yeah.
And Morris is a class striker, in my opinion. He seems to be taking his chances when he gets them, and he's always working the keeper.
Yeah, definitely.
I think when we done our predictions, I think I put not Luton to just about survive. The only thing that concerns me with Luton is that this intensity cannot last the whole season. So this like the early part in the season is their time to get points while their intensity is still there. And I think that they saved themselves early in the season. However, results aren't going their way right now. And I think they need to start getting results to go their way, because when the intensity starts going down, then they've got some points to fall back on, like what we're doing right now. We've got some points to fall back on, but unfortunately they don't.
Exactly that. Football Power Hour, hit the like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Rich says big up everyone inside. Bissouma dive was dumb. It was so stupid.
It was funny.
It was funny as well. So if you haven't seen it, Yves Bissouma is just like darting in and around Luton midfielders and defenders. He gets just up to the box and then out of nowhere just falls to the ground. He's already on a yellow card. Referee is in clear sight of what he judged to be the foul, but no, gives him a second yellow and sends him off. Damn. Ouch. I'm saying nothing. Alexander says only better acting was Bissouma was Pereira's BS against Joa. That well, I still think R.I.P. Andres Pereira and R.I.P. Mukhtar says Luton need a bit of quality like we had with Wilf. I think they've got that quality, but I think they need to start, maybe, as JC said, start judging games a bit more carefully with intensity and everything. But I think they had a good showing. Obviously, this was a team that everyone predicted them to concede 3-4. Like I had it predicted down as 4-0, but hey, Luton acquitted themselves very, very well. Agreement here, and Basuma looked guilty too. Yeah, he knew what he did. We'll come back to Yves Basuma later on. If you know, you know. Right. From one team that came up from the championship to the championship winners of last season, who just got swept aside by Chelsea in only their second win this season, or third?
Second, I think it's the second win this season, and their 5th win since the start of the year.
Oh dear. Right. So Burnley are just swept aside with goals coming all over the place. Wilson Odobert, though, does get the game started pretty early on for Burnley. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I saw that goal, I'm thinking, no, that's it. It's over for Poch already. He's 2 months in and he's about to lose to Burnley. Because I'm thinking company's about to nope, sit back on this. But unfortunately, Al Dakil is on the receiving end of an own goal. Going into the second half, Cole Palmer steps up to the spot to earn his first Chelsea goal. Raheem Sterling, who had a fantastic game, setting up Nicholas Jackson's goal as well. In the 74th minute for Jackson, 4-1. Comprehensive, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not seeing quality from Burnley enough to see them survive.
All I got to say about that game is that I don't know if you guys have checked out Twitter, but some Chelsea fans are saying, thank God Palace saved us and we got Cole Palmer. And I'm sitting there going, my broski scored a penalty. What's wrong with you guys?
Them lot are shameless. I
Oh,
saw one of them. I saw one of them earlier say that they've got 5 defenders. All of whom are better than Gay.
Yeah, they think Chalobah's better than Gay. I tell you this now, Gay is probably the best centre back that Chelsea has ever produced, because he's their best centre back right now.
More than John Terry?
Oh no, like now, like who they've got now.
Right. Oh right, yeah.
Not John Terry, but you never know. He could be still young.
Eventually,
certainly has the potential. Welcome, Dan. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
All good here. Oh dear. Alex says that Burnley reeks of late Bielsa leads. I see where he's coming from with that one. I see.
You know what? Yeah, I've got a genuine prediction. I reckon Company's going to be the first to go. You know,
which would be mad because the Burnley leadership put a lot of faith in him, but it looks like I think they got promoted too early. They got relegated after their last.
I think Cooper got promoted too early with Forest, but he's dealt with it fine.
Yeah,
I think that's just for the sheer number of signings that Forest made. That they got a lot of experienced players in and around European leagues as well. Burnley's business hasn't been too great. It's not been as noticeable. Alex follows up, says Palmer's assist, a literal carbon copy of Elise's assist versus City in his first year. Football Power Hour says Company will cook soon, guys. I have faith in him. You might be the only one.
I think he is a good manager. I think he's just on a bit of a learning curve for the Premier League. Like, I think he's realizing that the way he plays he might have to change it a little bit, considering the caliber of players he's got and the league that he finds. Because you got to remember the other times, Burnley weren't the best team in terms of their squad last season, but they were one of the best. And even when he was at Anderlecht, wasn't he? Anderlecht got one of the best teams in Belgium as well. So I think he is a good manager, and I agree with what Alex has just commented there. Like, I think he will succeed somewhere. Maybe if Burnley give him a lot of time, maybe he will there too. But I think this season he's on a bit of a learning curve.
Well, there's 30 games to go, but we're rattling through them thick and fast. Even though we've got, I'm thanking the spirits that we have an international break. We'll talk about why later on in the show. Let's talk about Everton, who just absolutely punished Bournemouth for a woeful performance. Bournemouth still without a win under their brand new manager, which brings in the question: how long do Bournemouth have?
He's probably the other manager that's on
Because
borrowed time.
Their business has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Signing Alex Scott, signing Max Aarons, a lot of young English talent down at Bournemouth.
Some of the players that were performing last year, like Semenyo, Traore, they've just not been playing at all. I think that they all suited Gary O'Neill, and he got sacked by them. And I reckon that Gary O'Neill, of all those players, would have cooked.
Yeah.
Because very much his style.
Totally agree. I mean, I thought Gary O'Neill was unlucky to get sacked. I thought that was quite harsh. And like he's doing well at Wolves now, and Wolves don't even have a striker. So,
well, yeah, he only got given budget after they sold Nunes, or was it Cunha?
Cunha.
Yeah, they only got money after they sold him.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I will say about Bournemouth is I did see a tweet about the difficulty of the schedule so far. And that tweet, I don't know what exactly it was based on, but that tweet seems to suggest that Bournemouth have had the hardest start of any team so far. Which I did look through their fixtures and I could kind of see that. But for me, it's losing 3-0 at Everton, I think, is a bit of a...
And also, even though potentially Vieira had the exact same thing, we still got rid of him before it got too bad.
Yeah. I mean,
there are probably still people out there saying that Vieira would have done what Roy done in the coming games afterwards, but I still disagree with that.
Yeah, me too. I think I haven't had a chance to actually watch Bournemouth yet, so I'm not going to comment on how they played, to be fair.
Just going to join you there, Dan. Bit of Pepsi Max.
You watching this, PepsiCo? Send us some money our way, yeah?
Yeah, come on, sponsor us.
Yeah, I keep buying them because you can get free packs on FIFA.
Mitch says, I expected a lot more from Bournemouth. Iraola's RHEA Vallecano side was fantastic. Wanted him at Palace, honestly.
Yeah, you know what, Mitch? I actually agree there.
Some of the rumours around Palace's managers are a bit fruity, a bit spicy.
Yeah, it's moving a little bit interesting right now.
Fonseca, come here, my friend.
Well, I got told that apparently Fonseca rejected us last season, but I don't know how.
But it was only a rejection because we didn't give him the money he wanted. It was purely financial. It wasn't anything else.
Yeah, now we spent it on Dean Henderson.
You never know. We could say, look, we've got money. We spent 20 million on a goalkeeper. Now you can come.
Let's not. Just
moving
on.
on.
Move on to the next fixture. James Garner, who obviously gets his first goal. Jack Harrison with a rocket in the 38th minute, and Abdullahi Doucouré scores again. This man's on a hot streak right now. Their Doucouré is doing bits right now. So it goes to show, if you've got a Doucouré in your team, there you go.
The commentator's going to have a nightmare when he plays us.
Oh, yeah. Well, they'd have to change the shirts. Surely. Anyway.
No, I mean, the commentator's going to go, Doucouré.
I'd love that. Doucouré gives the ball away to Doucouré. Wait, what? Who? What? When? How? Magicushin says, just saw Football Hour get sin-binned in the comments. He got shown a yellow card. Alexander says, I'll keep our Doucouré instead. Thank you very much. So would I. Check is king. Right. This was horrific.
Oh, yeah.
No, if you've not seen this, people,
if you're squeamish, don't watch it.
Yeah. This,
that's a career ender.
It's a career ender, and I'm not gonna lie, Basham's not on the right side of the age to be coming back from that. So,
that's what a career ender is, mate.
Well, yeah, no, but you've seen like young ones. Like,
Yeah, like Gomez came back from the same thing pretty much, didn't he? The Everton
Yeah.
when he was at Everton,
and
but he was
Ramsey,
lucky because he was 25 when it happened.
yeah, and Aaron Ramsey when his leg literally just blew up against, I think it was Hull, back when he was still at Arsenal. His leg just his leg went that way, his body went the other, and bang. Anyway, Fulham getting a 3-1 win over Sheffield United. Lots of own goals in this one. Had to wait until the second half to get some decent goal action here, but Bobby decored over Reed and the 53rd minute scores. Wes Fodringham, unfortunately, is on the receiving end of a really, really odd sort of deflection, I guess. Bit unfortunate in this one. Willian would rejoin the score sheet in the 92nd minute, but also Anthony Robinson would unfortunately score an own goal, denying Fulham of a clean sheet in the 68th minute. Pretty standard, I'd reckon, for these two teams. I don't think anyone was too surprised by the result. Yeah, business as usual for Marco Silva. Anything to add there, gents?
Not really.
Not really.
I think Fulham are going to do worse as the season goes on. I said this before. They played Sheffield United, and I don't know. I just don't. I just see them dropping down the table. I don't think they'll get relegated, but I think they'll be certainly like not far from it.
Well, this is a Fulham without Mitrovic, so yeah. And they certainly relied on his goal scoring ability, and decored over Reed has somewhat stepped up, but he's not as prolific as the Serbian was. Right, let's go up to Manchester and Scott McTominay. Yeah, McTominay, you denied me points on my predictions. Yeah, you cost me my lead. Bloody McSauce, bruv. 93rd minute, I'm going, yes, I've got a correct score. 97th minute, absolute thievery. I think even Rich has something to say about this one.
This ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
Thanks, Rich. But yeah, do you know what? Even I'm going to go so far to do this. Hang on, I just need to change this really quickly. Why is the overlay on? That was wrong. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Dickhead!
I'm doing that.
All that work just to do that.
All that just to do that. Well, I don't have it on the Premier League brand yet.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sort it out, mate.
No.
Anyway, well, Rich said he would put it on there, so I'm waiting for Rich to do that.
Oh, so it's Rich's fault.
Shifted the blame.
Right, I see.
Your show. I see how it is.
Hang on. It's in the chat. There is actual evidence.
I don't know this evidence.
Well, I will provide. I will provide it.
No habla inglés.
Right. Actually, no. It's on the Premier League review show that Rich and I did. So there we go. It's actually on stream. So there you go. Anyway, Matthias Jensen scores, I think, his third goal in 3 games on a hot streak as well in the 26th minute. Manchester United looking. I'm not gonna lie. We've talked about Iriola being sacked. We've talked about Company getting sacked. Higginbottom's in there as well. These performances, like, you're waiting for McTominay to score 2 goals in like the death of the game. How long do you think Ten Hag has?
Not long really. He's done a bit of a madness with falling out of players. He's bought a goalkeeper that's conceded 19 goals in 12 games. Wait,
to be honest, I think a lot.
19 goals in 11 games, which makes it even worse. It's just not good, is it? Really?
It's not.
To be honest, I think a lot of their off the field issues have caused them problems this season. Because last season they were decent. They looked like they would get going along nicely. They made some, I think, some pretty decent signings this season. But I spoke to one of the Man United fans I spoke to a Man United fan on the way back, and he said pretty much what Alex had just said there. like about how, you know, they employ domestic abusers. And then you've also got the stuff with Sancho as well. I mean, at the end of the day, if you've got loads of players on, say, like 100, 150 grand a week, and they're maybe in this kind of environment, I think it just breeds apathy. And honestly, that's what I think. That's what I think the problem is. I mean, Ten Hag did well at every single club he's been at before Man United.
Yeah, especially with Ajax.
Yeah, Ajax, and I think it was RD Den Haag he was at before. He also did well there. I mean, also as well at United, I think there's just something that stinks about the whole like structure of the club at the moment. I think there's a lot of like people still trying to cling on to power who perhaps shouldn't really be clinging on to power anymore, Fergie. You know, I think there's a lot of things wrong there, I think, behind the scenes. And I think if they didn't have the fact that they managed to get rich at exactly the right time when Premier League started getting broadcast to the world, I would see them as like another Leeds, to be honest, going down into the Championship.
Here is a question for you two. Simple yes or no. Manchester United getting top 4 at the end of the season, yes or no?
No.
No.
JC? Wow.
To be honest, though, I think
Rashford's gonna hit his purple patch after Christmas, and he's gonna carry them, and then there's gonna be a conversation. But then the last 2 months where he falls off a cliff again, that's it. I think their only hope that they're ever gonna get anywhere near top 4 is if Højlund does a madness.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just minding my own business, getting ready to listen to go to the parents' evening, and I'm hearing some shade about agreeing to uploads. What?
So the last time you were on the Premier League review show with me, when it was you and I, you said that you would upload, you would share the videos that's on the Eagle Eye brand to the Premier League review brand.
I don't see no evidence. Like this is the only evidence I've got here.
It's in video form.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Your message got aired.
Did I not?
I'm just saying your message. This is the only evidence of you answering any.
Anyway.
Hey, bro's leaking the group.
Oh.
Yes. I guess it's my show now. Dan.
Silly guy, forgot I've got powers.
I guess it's my show now. Rich,
Yeah,
while you're here, what are you saying about McSauce? Is he Man United's answer to their striking problems?
He's a dead baller. But he took his goal very well, though. I gotta give him credit for that.
You know, he was a striker
I'm off
for
to
the
the
youth academy. In a bit.
So, is he still backstage? Yeah, leave me out there for a piece. Yeah, waste, man.
Yeah, Dan, did you know that McTominay was a striker for the youth academy at Man United?
I read that apparently he was like a really late physical developer, and apparently like he was tiny or something. So that's why I don't know. That's what I read. I don't know whether it was true.
He was a striker when he was coming through the academy at Man United. So maybe.
Why? I mean, not why, but what? Why is he playing? Why is he? I mean, I've always thought he's had a pretty decent strike of the ball. I'm not gonna lie.
He's got good stature. He's had a good stature though. He's got the striker stature of like being.
Well, Undertaker, yeah.
That's not going away, is it? That's not going ever away. I'm never explaining the inside joke on that one, but yeah. Dan, you've been called into question here by Vibes.
Right. Let me clarify what I said then. What I meant was, if say you were a team that weren't uber rich, for example, like one of the biggest fan bases in the world, if you were say a team like Leeds who don't have that kind of money and stuff, and they were going through the turmoil that they have this season and arguably last season, at the beginning of last season, then then you would also be getting relegated. It's only the fact that Man United have such a lot of money that they're able to kind of skirt this issue.
Mm.
I
Do you
use
agree it
Leeds.
should be rescinded?
I use Leeds on purpose.
Good defense there. Good defense there. Vibe said, I heard Leeds and I didn't listen to the explanation.
Leeds was used on purpose.
Damn. Vibe was just there like, no, I ain't listening. I ain't listening. Right. Man United escaped with 3 points at home. Let's talk about... I don't really want to. Right, we drew 0-0. We're in an injury crisis. It's not looking good. Rich had something to say about it. Let's hear from him.
It's ain't looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
I'm overusing that clip so much, so much. Right.
What do you mean it's not looking good? I think it's a good result.
Oh no, I meant in terms of injuries.
Oh.
Sorry. Go back and watch the review of which we even did. Yeah, you're a little bit out of focus there, Dan.
I don't know why he's just done that. It's random.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
Don't know what to say.
Oh dear. Right, well,
Nice keyboard.
That is a nice keyboard.
Thank you. Does that work?
I know, that's trippy still.
Eagle-eyed Inception, yeah?
It's gonna work now. No. Never mind.
It's coming. It's been brought back. Oh dear! Go ahead. Go watch watch everything that we did on the channel for Palace Forest, the sin bins, the fan cams. I'm looking at the comments still. The fan cams, the player ratings, of which I'm not gonna lie, Dan, you were hilarious in that. I need you to host more. You need to host more stuff, man, because my guy, how do you always sound drunk?
I don't know. I'm just a massive lightweight, I think.
But yeah, shout out chairman for for a whole the comment
Such a
on play.
weirdo, man. Where'd that even come from?
But yeah, no, go ahead, go watch the review of the game, of which JC, Rich, and I. There's an injured 11, and then now there's a completely fit 11 in terms of the Palace squad, and our injured 11 is mad, and the ones that are still match fit and ready. Oh God, it's not looking good. We've got Chris Richards playing midfield. Oi, thank God that's right. So this is why I'm saying thank the spirits there is an international break right now, because it allows some of our players to at least rest up and hopefully be ready to go when we come back and face Newcastle after the break. Let's talk about Liverpool and Brighton. Mohamed Salah does madness again, as expected. 2 goals inside almost around about 5 minutes. Simon Adingra, though, does open up the scoring for Brighton before Salah equalises before half-time and puts him into the lead. And then, yep, Lewis Dunk scores. Good for you. Oof. 2-2. Come on, Liverpool. Come on. At least beat them. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, 2-2. So I'll look at this. I'll look at this properly. I'm not at all surprised about this result. I think this is on the basis of it. This is pretty much fair. McAllister returns, has a mare, in fact, which actually gives away the Adingra goal. Yeah, anyone too surprised at this one?
Van Disney's back. That pass.
Oh,
That's all I've got to
dear.
say is just that pass.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not really surprised, to be honest. I'm just surprised that maybe Brighton didn't concede more goals because, let's be honest, their defense is about as good as a wet paper bag.
Tesco's bag, to be specific.
Tesco back, yeah. So there we go, 2-2 for them. Let's move on to, guess what? Another draw. This time in
Whee!
London with West Ham United 2, Newcastle United 2. Thomas Tuchel scores an 8th-minute opener, which holds West Ham way ahead until Alexander Isak scores 2 in 5. Again, another striker doing a madness, which holds Newcastle into the lead. But before that, before the final whistle, Mohamed Kudus, with his first Premier League goal of his career in the 89th minute, levels it, and the crowd goes mild because, well, I think if you score at the London Stadium, you have to walk about 2 miles just to get to the fans. But yeah, well done, West Ham. Especially with the news that, you know, Jared Bowen's re-signed. It's a good time to be a West Ham fan right now. They're doing very, very well in their European campaign. And yeah, just furthermore, going back onto the Liverpool game, Van Disney hasn't been the same since Sancho put him on house arrest last season. Agreed on that one. Yeah. Right, let's move on to, guess what? Another draw. Oh, dear me. These draws are coming in thick and fast now. So, somewhat of a West Midlands derby in this one, with Wolverhampton and Aston Villa going face-to-face. And what do you know? Wolves' shocking disciplinary record continues with yet another player getting sent off in Mario Lemina, who got sent off at the end of the game for a second bookable challenge. But before that, the Korean guy strikes, sends Wolves into the lead before Pau Torres immediately was just there like, nope. And yep, equalizes. A well-fought game here. I did have Villa to sort of steal this at the last minute, but Pau Torres' goal was the only goal action they ever saw. Not much else to say about this one. What is going on with Wolves and their disciplinary record? Because I think they've got the most red cards, not only of this season, but of this year.
Let's have a look, shall we?
They've got a fair few. I know me and Dan definitely spoke about it on Tapped Eagle, but I think it's just how Gary O'Neill plays. It's very much you throw a lot of people forwards, but then if you get caught out, you sort of have to take a foul or a booking just to stop them from scoring. And I think that's how Lemina got both of his yellows. Like they ran through, they had a goal scoring opportunity and he pulled them down, or it was just a bit of a dodgy tackle. So I think just the intensity got to the player, just gets to the players, and then they make rash decisions. But
yeah, I mean, I'm just having a look now. Wolves have the second most yellow cards and the second most red cards. And they've committed the most fouls this season as well. So
it's furthermore to JC's point.
Yeah,
it's not looking good though. They can't keep getting these many players sent off. Otherwise,
fun fact: Palace have the second highest tackles completed, but we've got the highest tackle success rate in the whole league.
Big up.
That's a stat for you, Dan.
Nice. It's very pleasing.
It's actually a good stat about us for once.
I know. I know. Blimey.
Saying that, I think. Sorry, I know it's not exactly on topic, but I think.
Go on.
We have. Oh no, we don't. Well, I know defensively, the only teams that have conceded less goals than us is City and Arsenal.
Yeah, so 160 successful tackles, which is the second highest in the whole league. Only dribbled past 56 times so far this season, whereas Brighton are top of 101 times dribbled past. And we've got a 74% tackle success rate, which I think is incredible.
That's excellent.
Right. let's talk about the last game of the Premier League weekend. And this game was boring, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. This game bored me. I got so excited for this game, and then it just disappoints. Right. So without Rodri and without De Bruyne, Haaland does nothing. I think this is now a genuine thing.
I saw a video of some people saying, without De Bruyne and Rodri, is he just the Man City version of Akinbaye?
Damn. Whew. So you're saying we're a Roy Hodgson side? Yes.
Yes, we are.
It's a fact.
Oh, dear.
I'm curious. Sorry,
So-
carry on. I'm just going to Google something.
So chances are coming in thick and fast for both teams here. David Raya has an absolute mare, which somewhat brings up the point: why does Arteta keep picking him over Ramsdale? Ramsdale is kind of the more experienced in these sort of bigger games. So, for the love of God and for the sake of my FPL, Mikel Arteta, please start Aaron Ramsdale. Because it's not.
You know that is right, because he copies Pep. It's going to be Arteta roulette soon as well now.
Yeah. So Gabriel Martinelli gets the only goal at the end of the game, which sends the Arsenal fans into raptures. Off a deflection, mind you, it's a dodgy deflection, but it is a goal as a goal. It counts at the end of the day. Damn.
What? Oh, sorry.
Sorlov's
killing it right now. You can't really say that, to be fair.
To be honest, right, when he left Palace, when he went to did he go straight to
Trabzonspor.
he went to Turkey, then he went to Leipzig.
But he was on loan. He was on loan
from us to the
and
Trabzonspor.
he went for 20 mil. He went for 20 mil, but they split it between us. I don't know why they did that, but they split it between us and Trabzonspor. I'm not really sure why.
I think that because there was nothing in the no one's thought that he was going to be that good. Because I think it was a thing of he was their player after the loan, and I think they actually paid for him, or like they were in the process of paying for him, so they paid like half of it. So then we basically just split the profit because they paid half for the player. So we thought, oh, why not just split it half and half? We're both in profit, so why not?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Well, he is killing it because at least in the Bundesliga, he was a regular goal scorer for them. For Leipzig.
No, he wasn't very good at Leipzig. The second he went to Sociedad's when he started really scoring.
He wasn't that good.
He didn't do anything at Leipzig. He didn't really get a chance. But the second he went on loan to Sociedad, he actually started playing really well.
Yes, that's pretty much it. That's all really I can talk about with the Arsenal game. Kovacic lucky not to get sent off, which brings
sent
up
off twice.
yet another. Guess what? It's a VAR controversy, everyone. Hey, I'm getting so sick and tired of these. So sick and tired.
You should have a section on this show saying VAR this week.
Oh my gosh. I've got too many segments now. I've got a new segment. I've got Brick and Baller of the Week. Team of the week. God knows what else. Right. Yeah.
Sorry. Do you want me to tell you my the Roy Hodgson thing I was Googling just in reply to Mitch's comment?
Go for it.
So it'd be really quick. So in 2008-9, Roy Hodgson's Fulham finished 7th, right, to qualify for the Europa League. They scored 39 goals. And conceded just 34.
Oh,
go on.
Oh, big up Roy. Oh,
big
Roy.
Up Roy.
Yeah, wasn't the Forest game like his 500th?
His 400th. His 400th Premier League game, being a manager.
I thought it was his 400th 0-0 in the Premier League.
I bet. How many 0-0s has he actually got? You're making me interested, Dan.
Sorry.
Right. While JC researches that, Because it wasn't able to be done on the Palace Forest review, let's look at the Predictions League. And here we go.
I'm not on the bottom anymore.
Dan has had the comeback of a lifetime to
Lifetime?
Bro,
You disrespect me.
Bro, you got deducted, and now look at this.
Yeah, I should be top.
Look at this.
Yeah,
See,
Dan will be top.
this is what everyone
Joint
watching.
third.
This is what a wrong copy and paste does to you.
But no, you've brought it back. You're joint third with RHEA, ahead because of your correct scores. Nate's right behind on 51.
Pause.
JC in second place. Yeah, I know it's that one. JC is in second place on 61, 4 points behind myself and Rich. Rich has taken the lead. The 8-week streak is over, ladies and gentlemen. I am no longer in first place.
What is the tiebreak done on? Correct scores.
Correct scores.
Does that go
One
different?
correct score is keeping me off the top spot, or two in case if I wanted to take the lead. But there you have it. That is what happened. That is what's happening with the Eagle-Eyed Football Crew. Here are the results from last weekend. We had a nightmare of a Sunday. Look at that.
Nothing.
All the points
Absolutely
scored on a
nothing.
Saturday. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Here is the full-on league table as well. He's on the top spot with the magic number, guys.
He's laughing at you, Nicky.
Ree says Dan's just spawned back in. So there you go. There's the top. And here is down at the bottom. Coltrane, where are you? You've gone missing for 2 weeks in a row now. Don't let yourself. Don't fall into that bottom spot, man. It's not gonna look.
So Roy Hodgson has got 343 draws in his whole career. And
How many?
343 draws in his whole career, and
Jesus, how many games he played?
and nils 92.
Is that it?
He's played 100. He's played 1,251 games. Or he's managed.
What website do you use for that out of interest?
I couldn't find it anywhere, so I'm hoping that no one's lying to me on Wikipedia.
Oh, right.
Ooh. Right.
So
Well,
it's a bit dodgy as it is.
he is the Eagle-Eyed Football Game Week 8 Team of the Week, including Manager of the Week. We'll start with the manager, of course, chosen by the Statman himself, with Roy Hodgson, obviously doing pretty well, having suffered 11 injuries to the main starting 11 and still managing to get a clean sheet, which also leads into the fact why Sam Johnston, Crystal Palace #1, who is the leading goalkeeper for clean sheets, is
Super
in.
Sam Johnston in goal.
There we go. Nathan chose the defense, and for the very first time, guys, I want to give a special shout out to Nathan. It's taken him 8 weeks to choose a decent players. It's happened, guys. It's actually happened. I'm so proud of you, Nathan. As your brother, I'm so proud of you. Long may this continue, that you actually decide to use your brain and keep this going. Keep choosing the correct players. Well done. Have a thumbs up. Bloody moron. Right. Midfield chosen by Rich includes Scott McTominay, who got the deciding goals against Brentford, Conor Gallagher, who had a good showing against Burnley, and Jack Harrison, who I know I'm playing him. I know he's in the wrong position there, but hey ho, he was chosen by Rich, so he goes down there. Who's got a rocket against Bournemouth, that's it. I was about to say he scored a rocket against Everton there. Attack chosen by me, Mohamed Salah and Alexander Isak, who got braces. I'm not going to shout you, JC, for like what is a brace. I'm not going to do it.
Oh no, you said braces. So I'm thinking, did they get their teeth like straightened or something?
Oh, for God's sake!
Well, they are up north, so it explains a lot.
Whoa! Whoa. Damn! JC is definitely ready for his diss battle with CM.
Dan, put your cat away.
Hey, Paul! Whoa!
Put my what away?
Cat.
For God's sake! Right, Raheem Sterling as well is also included in there. Right, it's time for. Let me put the team of the week away. It's time for. So a little change to Baller of the Week. As this week, we're just going to call it Moment of the Week. We're awarding it to the Homesdale Fanatics for their tribute to Eliane Andam, who tragically lost her life in Croydon a few weeks ago now. The Homesdale Fanatics put out a huge banner dedicated to Eliane, and of course as well urging to stop knife crime as well. Also, it's shared as well. It's shared by Norwich City as well, who obviously put out a very powerful and very moving mental health support video. And if you haven't had a chance to watch it after the show, jump on social media because it's been shared by us. It's all over the place. So please do go ahead and watch that. And yeah, it was a very, very moving. It's been a moving weekend for everyone. Right. Oh, I'll put it on too early. Oh well. It wouldn't be a Premier League review show without a Nicky blooper. Here's one. I put up the banner too early. I've spoiled it. Yves Bissouma is awarded Brick of the Week for a dive worthy of the Olympics. So there you go.
I'm just going to watch it now because I've not actually seen it.
There we go. You get live reaction to Dan.
What country is he from?
Is he not registered for France?
No, I think he's.
Is it?
No, he's. I think it. I've got a feeling he's from. He's Malian. The only reason I know that is because I was looking up something about Cheikh Decore.
I thought he was from Senegal.
He is.
I'm sure he's Malian.
No, hang on. He's born in the Ivory Coast, but he's declared for the Mali national team.
Yeah, because I remember someone saying about Cheikh Decore might get into the Mali squad, and I was thinking, how would he might get in? Surely he's like one of their best players. But yeah,
Big up Rob.
That's why I looked it up. In
the comments, big up Rob. Bad Teeth FC. Oh my god.
I'm guessing that's going to stick as well.
Oh dear. Right, we just have enough time to also go over FPL.
Oh my! Sorry, I've just seen that dive. That is terrible. What is that?
It's funny, isn't it? Because he
knows it as well. Like he got another yellow, got sent off, and was just standing there like
he looks so guilty, didn't he?
Yeah,
he does. He definitely does. Right, here's FPL, and it's. I don't know how this has happened, but RHEA's just taken over FPL.
She's obsessed with it.
I think she's definitely going to win it out of us, out of the channel. I think she's done it already.
No, you never know. You never know.
But
yeah, look, she's only here for the FPL. Like
Steve now is the new leader, ahead by a point over Jack. Martin, friend of the channel over on the Villa Men podcast, is in 4th, retaining his position. CM moves up into 5th. Our very wonderful editor RHEA is now in 6th. Let's just go down. Alexander, who's always in the comments here on the Premier League Review Show, is in 13th. There's Rob in 16th. There's JC on 20th.
I've overtaken Rich.
By a point. Rich has fallen off the mark here. He dropped. He is now in 22nd, joined, of course, by Louis. We're going to keep going down. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I think I'm underneath you, mate.
Pause.
Whoa.
Oh no, I'm above you.
Pause. Hold up.
What, you got a problem with that, mate?
There we go.
Oh, you're literally right next to each other.
49th and 40th, respectively, is where
Is Nate in this or not?
Nate is not in this
Nate
because
is not in it.
he couldn't be asked to make one this season because he doesn't really focus on FPL.
Can I just ask a question? Yeah.
You may.
Does it normally cut off at 11 p.m. if there's no early kick? If there is an early kickoff.
It did an update early, didn't it?
Yeah. Is that like?
It cost me point.
Yeah, because
It's not normal.
I literally went on at like 11, just be like, oh yeah, I know what players I'm gonna do, and da da da. And then I was like, what's going on?
I'm not gonna lie. I think Palace are to blame for this, actually.
Why?
Here's the reason why. We've had 3 players added into our squads. David Ozo has been added. Ola Adebomi's been added, and somebody else was added under the Palace lineups.
Oh, jeez.
I think.
Well done, Parish.
Francis in there now.
Well done, Parish. Jesus, sack the board.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Mateus Francis has been added to the squad. So those 3 players are cool.
I mean, I'm not being funny or anything, but those players should have been added. Maybe not Adebomi, but those 2 of them should have been added at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, Francis was done a long time ago.
Was he?
And I'm not
It might have been price changes or something, but I'm.
No, I mean, like, Francis was registered as a Palace player ages ago. So why was he not?
Because I had a double flop. Do you know why I had a double flop? Because
Did you copy and paste someone else's predictions again.
No. Not that bad. Last week, I did free hit, not realizing what free hit was. I thought free hit was just like a wild card because I normally play FPL for like 5 games and then I forget to do it and then I can't be asked anymore. So yeah, I did free hit. I thought it was just like another wild card, but it's not. It's like a wild card, but the squad then changes back to what it was after the next game, I think.
So you can do unlimited transfers with a free hit. Or I think it's either a certain number of transfers or it's up to unlimited transfers. But then it reverts back to the team you previously had after that game week.
Yeah.
So it's
what's bench boost?
Bench boost is
I actually have no
players on the bench.
I've never pressed any of these buttons. They're just there.
Bench boost is basically everyone on the bench, all their points get added as well.
So all my bench players are
and then triple captain, obviously, just rather than double is triple.
Yeah.
So I did free hit. Doing all that because you remember that time when like there was loads of players out injured, like Saka, Maddison, like loads of players were like apparently like not 100% to play. So I did free hit thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to use this, get rid of all of them, and then sick. So I did that, which was fine for 1 week, but then it reverted back. So I had all the injured players again. So I had 4 players injured this week, and then they did the update early. See, butterfly effect.
You know what, Dan? Can I just say something? Do you know what that sounds like? Sounds like a you problem, mate.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I think even Rich had something to say about your FPL. Hang on.
It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good at all.
There we go. Thanks, Rich. Right. That brings an end to yet another chaotic Premier League review show. And well, we won't be back on until after the international break. Because yay, it's international football. No one really cares about it though. Anyway, what's coming up on the channel is various videos, including finally, I'm looking forward to this. JC versus CM, their rap battle is coming soon on the channel, so stay tuned to that.
Sunday
Also-
is when it's happening.
There
Stay
you go.
tuned for the epic battle.
I love how JC's just like, this guy's cringe. JC's just cringing. They're like, what have I done coming on this show? Why am I here?
What time on Sunday?
I have no idea. I just know it's Sunday.
Okay.
Well, stay tuned on Sunday, and that will be happening as well. Of course, also we'll be making several other shorts and videos coming out across this little break. And yeah, lovely. That was a lovely show, guys. Thank you to my co-hosts JC, Dan, and Rich also who jumped in as well. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. No call-ins today this week, so hopefully next time you guys in the comment section will join us as well. But that is it from us. I need to find the outro video again. I keep losing it. There it is. Right, we're Eagle-Eyed Football. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Eagles.
Eagles.